Ngiyabuma uNkulunkulu babu Takazani Timelang Disedi. Hello everyone and welcome to the one-on-one sessions with Coco Msore, and I'm your host Coco. I'm giving you guys tips, lessons and teachings on everything spirituality. Okay, so in the past videos, mostly the ones I posted last year, I spoke a lot about cleansing your auras. I talked about sages, I talked about crystals, but one thing I never got to is how to notice negative energy in your household. Understand one thing before I start with this topic, ne? There's a difference between negative entities and negative energy. Okay, so negative energy is just an energy around your household. That is why you can actually bump into a person and feel this person has a lot of negative energy, there's a lot of negativity in this person. Or you just get into a place and you just your mood just declines in a way that you don't understand. But it doesn't have to be that thing. There are ghosts, there are negative entities, you're being attacked spiritually. It's just the whole place itself, the whole surroundings. Your whole surroundings are just draggy. They just drag your emotions. It's just dreadful. Like everything about that place is just dreadful. So I'm gonna tell you guys how to notice negative energy in your household, because I feel like when I spoke about the cleansing your aura, I spoke a lot about cleansing your aura isn't like yourself, your positivity, cleansing your spirit, cleansing your power. That's where Lord I spoke about going to the rivers, sitting in the rain, all those kind of stuff. So now let's talk about the household itself, né? But what are the signs that your area has a lot of negativity in it? There's a lot of negative energy in your household. Like I said, it's not the same as negative entities, so you don't have to really see anything, né? But there will be signs for it. And the first one is opportunities are just stagnant. Né? It's like, even in times whereby you see people in the family moving forward, that doesn't really last too long, because things start moving for a second, then they stop, and everyone is just stuck in one place, and there's just nothing happening, nothing going on for you guys, and you're there wondering, but what is causing this? What is going on? You might find that it's not any foul play, it's just negative energy in the place that you are staying. Okay, your home has a huge impact on your life, and that is why I always advise people that make sure that your household is good, it's secured, it is clean at all times. Okay, number 2, constantly feeling uncomfortable. Do you ever just sit in the house and just feel uncomfortable? Not that feeling out, okay, there's someone watching me, but that, like, you're not comfortable, you're not at peace, you're not stable here, and that has been one of the worst feelings ever, because it can actually move a person to this mentality out. Maybe there's something wrong with them, maybe they're not living for anything, maybe they just don't have a purpose in life, ne? But you'd find out it's only because of the place that you are in is not comfy. You're not comfortable there because there's too much negative energy flowing around this place. Okay. Number 3, negative thoughts. This is where more, instead of always being positive, because remember what, positive thoughts actually end up making positive results, ne? But you're constantly thinking about the negative stuff, like always thinking about things falling apart. You just got a car. What if it crashes? You just bought this house. What if I can't pay the mortgage? Those kind of things. Like, you just can't focus on the positive things. You're just having negative thoughts after negative thoughts for no reason whatsoever. Be very wary about why am I not speaking from? Be very wary about your surroundings in those cases. Okay. Number 4, quarrels in the households. This is in the household. This is where you guys are just fighting. You guys just don't get along. There's just, you always want, like, you just see people and they annoy you for no reason, and you think, okay, maybe the negativity is with this person, but it doesn't matter who's coming. Every single person that walks through that door pisses you off, and you just want to beat them up or something like that. So you just find yourself the family just fighting all the time for no reason whatsoever, for things that don't even make sense. Those kind of things, ne? It's also a sign of negative energy in the house itself, ne? 5 things breaking. Now this is something that I've experienced, but yeah, it's a story for another day. So you're just sitting there, or yeah, you just not really just sitting, but today you just bought a new kettle. A few days later, it's no longer working. The fridge stops working. Tiles are falling off the wall. Those kind of things. Like everything is just breaking. Even if the house is like brand new, like those things are new. You just got them right now. They shouldn't or couldn't be malfunctioning, but everything is just not properly working. Everything is just breaking. This thing breaks, you fix it. The next thing breaks, you fix it. Like those kind of things. That is a sign of negative energy in your household. Okay. Number 6, finding your emotions low. Okay, so this one goes hand in hand with negative thoughts, but it is in a point more like you might not even be thinking much. You might not be overthinking, because not everyone's an overthinker, but you just find yourself sad for no reason. You're just so sad. You want to break down and cry. You feel like there's just too many things in your life that are not right, even if you can't even pinpoint one thing that is wrong. But everything just feels, it's just not it. In moments like that, you need to make sure that your space, you just get rid of negative energy in your space. Okay. Number 7, find never having the strength to do anything. Now, this is where you're just lazing around. But it's not the case for everybody. Some of us are just lazy. Not me though, I'm kidding. But never having the energy to do anything. Like, you have to go to town, you're lazy. You have to do the dishes, you're lazy. You have to get out of bed, you're lazy. You're just lazy to do anything. You don't have the strength. Like, you can even be like, I really want to do this, but you don't have the strength to do it. Yeah. It could be because of your surroundings. There's too much negativity in your surroundings. Then, number 8, hardly being able to leave the house, or you hardly have the courage to go back to the house. So this is something that I experienced when I was in high school, and I got this new nanny. Oh my god, I'm gonna tell you guys everything about this. I'm gonna have I need to have a story time about that one. It was epic. It was like, a mixture of so many different horror movies just packed into one. Like, it was hectic. But anywho, I remember this time, Molore, like in the morning I'd have to go to school. And bear in mind, I've always been a good student, but I never like going to school. So when she came, a lot of things started happening in the house, and we just didn't think much of it. Even like the breaking of things, the negative thoughts, everything just being slow and stuff like that. So those things happen, and it can happen that at times the negative energy that is, remember that energy transfers, energy moves. I'm not saying it's how it could have been anything, but I just remember that moment specifically because she just came through and everything was just a mess. Anywho, so I remember this time like it was yesterday. Like, I'd be so excited to wake up and go to school. But after school, when I had to come back home, guys, like, I felt like someone was dragging me back home. Like, when you're going back home, because, it's not that far from home. So the school is not far from home. So I'd have to walk there. So when you're walking and you're just taking those 5 minutes break every single corner you can find just to not go there, that was me all the way. Like, I was like, you know what, I don't mind staying at school the whole time. Or if that's not the case, it could be that thing you are unable to leave the house. Like, you want to go, you need to get out of here, but the energy is just pulling you in. And that is when Molore, it has sucked up the positivity in you. Like, it sucked up the positivity and you have nothing but negative energy yourself, and you just don't want to go. Okay. Number 9, constant insomnia. Like, guys, okay, before we get into this one too much. A lot of things cause insomnia. A lot of things. I suffer from insomnia a lot, mostly because of TikTok. But I suffer from it because I hardly sleep most of the times, and people suffer from insomnia for a lot of reasons, and sometimes it's ancestrally based. Sometimes it's just there's just so many things that go around being being an insomniac. But low on a negative energy in your surroundings affects it, because if you don't believe that name, if you're an insomniac, do this name. Just clean your house. Just spotlessly clean it and add a pinch of salt in it and see how you're gonna be sleeping for the next few days. You'll say I told you so. So that also affects that's also a sign of a thingy, negative energy in your household. And number 10, mice and rodents. You know, when like your house is neat and clean, but you just have rodent and mice problems, and you're asking yourself, well, why? Even if, okay, maybe obviously the whole place wouldn't be clean if they're there, but you just have this issue with them. Like, here's the thing about rodents and mice, name. They are attracted by negative energy. They are attracted. And understand that animals have I won't say spiritual sensory, but something of that nature. And some energies will attract certain animals to you, to your home. And that's just it. That's why you find some people who actually project a lot of good emotions, like energy. They would attract animals and babies. Like those things, the baby and the animals are attracted, like for example a dog, they are attracted to the energy that you portray. They're attracted to your light. They're attracted to the optimistic energy about it. So yeah, name. But you know all the signs, name. But what is the cause of all of this? Number one, the household itself may be in darkness. Understand that a lot of houses, maybe the place where you build a house had its own issues, or maybe the people who lived there before had issues, maybe left their own negativity, those kind of stuff. So the house itself can be in darkness, né? And with a house that's in darkness, everyone who moves in there will be consumed by that negativity at all times. Okay. Number two, untidiness that attracts negativity. Okay. When that's why I gave that example, y'all. If you're insomniac, try to clean the house with like a pinch of salt, like just clean up everywhere, mop the floor with it, and just see what's what. You'll notice what even your energy elevates, because a dirty house, a dirty household attracts negative energy. And if you don't want negative energy, don't have a dirty house. Like, clean your house 20, not 24/7, that would be crazy, but just clean your house, then you'll not have negativity. Okay. Number 3, open mirrors facing the bed. Now, this is something that I had to experience myself. I always had people saying, "What those things are not good," that say, "Well, mirrors are portal," and I was like, you people are just so superstitious. You're crazy. But yeah, I'm here to testify and declare that the windows the mirrors shall not be facing the bed no more. Because yes, mirrors are portals. And they're not the only portals. There are a lot of things that can be portals to different realms, different energies, all those kind of things. Né? And we'll definitely get into it if we ever get to the time when we're talking about entities. That would be a very juicy topic. But one thing you know is that the mirror is a portal. Okay. And when you sleep with a mirror facing you, there are times, okay, you might not attract an entity because maybe your house is cleansed, but you may attract negative energy, okay, from different dimensions, okay? Yeah. Number 5, fights. Everyone's just fighting. Everyone is just fighting all the time, 24/7. I remember the time I was actually giving an example of when I didn't even want to go back home. I remember my brother, and my brother is actually my best friend. We're like besties. We do everything together. But that particular time, We hated each other. We fought all the time for no reason whatsoever. We'd literally fight and then ask each other like, what were we fighting about? And the next one would be like, nah, I have no idea. And I'm like, yeah, me neither, but I still hate you. It was a very, very weird thing, but fights in a nutshell, like fight. Oh, but yeah, fighting can cause negative energy. It causes a lot of negative energy. If anything, try to resolve things peacefully. There's no need to fight, there's no need to argue. Just be civil about everything. Number 6, the entrance. The entrance is okay, obviously, it's the doorway to your safe haven, but if your entrance is dirty, then everything that will be walking through that door, through that entrance, will just be negative. And that is something that you do not want. Your entrance is supposed to be clean and neat at all times. If you like gardens and plants, try to make sure that your garden is neat, your plants are okay. If you don't like any of those things, just constantly make sure that your entrance is neat, then you're gonna be right. Ne? Number 7, thorny leaves in the house or yard. Not all leaves, ne? The, not all plants, thorny plants in the house or yard, not all plants though. There are certain plants that attract negative energy, and there are certain plants that attract positive energy, that attract good things, that attract protection. Ne? So what a person needs to do is that before you get a plant, especially if you love plants, if you love nature, just research the plant you're getting first. Research it first. Find out whether it brings good energy or bad energy. Find out those two things. Okay? The energy that it attracts, because trust me, you'll find it. I'm pretty sure if you actually go to Google, you'll find it, because these things are free for your knowledge. So most thorny plants, they attract negative energy. Okay, they attract negative energy, they block your finances, like they just everything that is not good, they attracted. That is the problem with them. Eh? But since we know the signs and the causes, how do you remove it? Number 1, keep your house clean. I could not stress this more. Like, I've really talked about this throughout the whole thing. I'm pretty sure you guys even knew that was going to be the first point. Number 2, don't leave shoes lying around. Okay, now I'm very guilty of that. Not that I'm looking at them. I'm very guilty of that, but I've actually learned to, whenever I'm about to go to sleep or whenever I'm just chilling, just leave the shoes in the wardrobe, okay? Because shoes lying around they just bring out a bad aura in the whole environment, and I don't know, it affects me a lot. Ne? Use salt when mopping the yard and cleaning the bathrooms. Like, I've made a video about salt, coarse salt, using it for protection, for all those things. It is there at your disposal. Use it. It is going to be very, very useful when making sure that even your area does not have negative energy. Okay? And this time, remember, I'm not talking about negative entities, even though it does work for that too. I'm talking about negative energy. Okay. Number 4, burning sage and using crystals. Spoken about those as well. If you actually want more details on crystals and sage, and yeah, just go through my videos, you'll see all of it. But it's very important to always remember to do those things. They are very good. And whenever there's a full moon, recharge your crystals, recharge them, so whenever you're gonna be using them again, they bring out that power, if you know what I mean. And number 5, positive affirmations. I've actually created a method, y'all. Whenever, like right before I go to sleep, I say an affirmation. I'll tell myself, you are strong, you are brave, you're powerful, you're successful, and you're gorgeous. Yes, I will finish with that one, just for an esteem booster, but that is not the point. What I'm trying to say is that you give yourself kind words of affirmation. Okay? Those words, like, words are powerful. Words are powerful, guys. You can say it out loud or write it down. Whatever you speak with your tongue will manifest on its own. So words of affirmation are like, they're powerful. They can remove negative energy in a nutshell. If your esteem is low, you just hype yourself up. If your things are not going well, relationships or whatever it is, remove the person who's causing this negativity. Definitely not you, but it could be someone there. Okay, so that is where more you just try to figure out where this negativity is coming from, and if it's coming from a particular person, just find a way to, I won't say get rid of them, but find a way to just maybe remove the negative energy off them, or just move from them. Don't get rid of them. Anyways, that is it for today's session. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys understood all the things that I spoke about, and I hope you guys will keep your places tidy, just not to have the negative energy around y'all, you know what I mean? So yeah, anyways, have a good one. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, night, afternoon, morning, whatever time it is. Tokozani. Say it to show, give me melody.